You drive it like the way it's supposed to be driven.
What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. We have today an all-wheel drive M240 owned by my friend Deanna. Is this car the better buy over the G87 M2? I just got done filming a G87 and I actually quite liked it. This car, however, is all-wheel drive, it's automatic, and it also has the B58, which we all know makes a ton of power pretty easily. And you're gonna save yourself quite a bit of money buying one of these over a G87 M2. All right, guys, so this is Deanna. Deanna, welcome to the channel.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for bringing your beautiful purple G42. We love it. This is actually one of my favorite colors on this car. This and black, I think, look the best.
I agree.
Tell me a little bit about this car, when you bought it, why you bought it, how much you bought it for, and all the good stuff.
So I got this car about a year ago, last March. I absolutely love it. It is my first BMW, so a baby M was perfect for me.
Yeah.
I love the power, I love the color, I love how different the grill is out here.
Yeah.
I just love everything about it.
And this has the active grills in the front. How do you like those?
Oh, I love it. So every time you turn the car on, these will open. These help with the circulation of the car, and it's just overall different, and I love how it looks.
To keep it a little bit cooler and a little bit of airflow. Yeah. You obviously went through for the purple. Did you have any other colors in mind when you were buying this car?
No, the purple. My husband has the M4 competition, so purple and green was our thing, so we decided to go with the purple.
Yeah, so her husband has the Isle of Man green M4 comp, and then she's got the purple. What did we say this color was again?
It's Thunder Night Metallic. It's a newer color BMW has.
Yeah, it is. It's a really good purple. I actually feel like they should have offered this color on the G87. It would have been a really good color on the G87. It looks good. Yeah. Talking about the G87, do you prefer this over the M2?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah?
I absolutely love this car. It's quick, it's reliable, and it's everything that I need for a first BMW.
Yeah, and it's also all-wheel drive.
Yes, sir.
Which is kind of nice.
Yes.
So this car is actually stock. You haven't done anything to it yet. Are you planning on doing anything to it yet?
I do. I want to get an exhaust. I'm going to add the JB4 soon. Maybe do a downpipe. I'm going to lower it a little bit and maybe add a front lip to it.
Nice. So she said that she's going to do some modifications to this car in the future, and that actually brings me on to my next point. Today's video is sponsored by Souvenir Motorsports. Souvenir was kind enough to give us a carbon fiber front lip for your car. So you don't know that. All right, so this is your new front lip. Why don't you come over to the car and let's take a look at it up close on the car. How are you feeling right now?
This is gorgeous.
Did you expect
overwhelmed. I'm excited. This is
no
amazing. Thank you so much.
She thought she was gonna cry off camera.
Yep, pretty much.
Well, those guys are awesome, and they reached out when they saw that I was gonna be filming your car, and they gifted us this lip. So this lip is going to go obviously on the front here. It does replace this little rubber plastic piece. So we end up just taking that off, and then it sits right underneath there. So it will fit, well, just like this sort of.
Oh my God.
It's going to look pretty cool.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's going to look pretty good. So big shout out to those guys for helping us out, for sending this out, you know, for the video today. We're going to have all of the stuff linked down below on Deanna's car, including this carbon fiber lip. So a little bit of surprise. You weren't expecting that.
No, that was amazing. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So after we talk about the car here, we're going to go for a little bit of a drive. What is your favorite thing about driving this car?
I love how much power it has. I love how it handles turns. I love how it's just so responsive. It's so easy to drive. Anybody can drive this car. Yeah. That's one of the main reasons I got this car. So it's perfect daily. Yeah,
it kind of does it all. Like it is like a it's kind of like a jack of all trades. Have you driven your husband's G82?
I have a little bit. It's so much more power than mine. It's a beast of a car.
Little bit more. I'll show you guys. This is in fact just a stock B58. There she is. Reminds me of the good old Supra days when I had my Supra. So this is like kind of a heavier all-wheel drive version of my Supra. I mean, these cars are kind of like a cheat code when it comes to how easily it is to make a lot of power in them. I'm just trying to figure out if this is the car to buy over the G87.
So Starlight Charlotte, big shout out to them. They ended up doing my headliner.
It's crazy. So she did this, like, it's just purple and like pink, kind of?
So I can do purple, pink. I have a little remote.
You can change the colors on it. That's wild. And you're planning on doing more to this car?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. She's going to be like fully modified. The next time we see this car, it's going to be like completely modified.
Completely different.
Well, I love it. Why don't we go for a drive?
All right, let's do it.
Sweet.
I was trying to get ahead of that traffic.
These are are quick.
Oh yeah.
These cars are quick.
That's nothing.
So you like to drive this in automatic, Sport Plus
yes,
automatic, right?
All the time.
And you don't like to use the paddles?
I don't.
You're just not used to them, or what?
I'm just not a fan. I like the car doing my work for me.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, the car knows how to drive fast.
Yeah.
You know? And so when you bought this car, what did you pay for it?
I paid $53,000. I added a few things to it.
Okay.
It's really not a bad price at all.
No, not at all. I mean, you're getting a lot of car for $50,000.
Yeah.
So you have to think the G87 is what, 30? That fully loaded is about 30,000 more.
Yep.
Maybe a little bit less than that. So yes, you're getting up there. You're getting up there in car. I mean, that's encroaching on G80 and G82 prices.
Yeah.
So yeah, it really doesn't take that much for you to make a lot of power in this car.
No.
I mean, the B58 is literally like the BMW cheat code. Just the fact that the B58 is always brought up in conversations versus M cars will tell you a lot about the M Lite cars, you know. Yeah, the crazy thing is, you know, there are people who are buying these, not a lot of people, but some people who are buying these and they're putting like really big turbos on them, and they're just making all kinds of crazy, like 800 horsepower, you know. And these cars from the factory are like 380 something.
382, yeah.
So when you drive this car, do you always drive it in Sport Plus?
Always drive the Sport Plus. That, yeah. My gas goes.
Way to go, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
How, 26 miles per gallon?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it actually handles really good. So at the light, you can take a left. In my opinion, I wouldn't even get an exhaust. Just get a downpipe.
That's it?
Just get a downpipe.
Okay.
Get a downpipe. Okay, this car, you need an intake,
yes,
a downpipe, and a tune.
Downpipe. Oh yeah.
That's it.
No,
you get that in this car, and it's going to be an entirely different car.
You're right.
If you really want to take it to the next level, XHP has a transmission tune for this car.
Really?
And it completely changes the way that the car shifts gears. This is stock.
Stop.
This car's quick.
Oh, this isn't even all the same.
Yeah, these cars are quick. Do you feel like the car handles really well? Yeah.
Very well.
Even with factory suspension and everything, it handles pretty good. So this is the Dollar anti-theft
throttle commander.
Throttle commander. So you can actually set this up to. Do you just leave it in the car, or what do you do with it?
I leave it in the car sometimes, or sometimes I'll take it with me.
And essentially, it just keeps someone from stealing your car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Dollar makes this. I'll have it linked down below. I remember Brian at Keys Motorsports talking about it. It's got like a valet mode and all this stuff. Pretty cool. Let's get into the fun stuff. So I'm gonna start driving this car. I've never driven an M240, like at least a newer one. This one is obviously xDrive, and I think we're gonna try and do a launch in it, maybe. Launch control.
There we go. Oh my god. That was amazing.
That's your first time
That
doing
was my
launch control,
first
yeah?
time. That was insane.
These cars move. They get up quick.
Yeah,
Feels great. All right, so I'm gonna switch over to paddles because I'm really comfortable with the paddles. Yeah, so it's got a little bit of body roll, but man, if you just put some simple springs on this car, it'll handle so good. It already handles really good because it's all-wheel drive. Yeah, this thing's comfortable. So XHP will help with the shifting a little bit and make it just a little bit faster when the car shifts. It already shifts.
Perfect.
It already shifts really good, to be honest. But it can be even faster.
You kill this thing. Oh my god.
These cars are super compliant.
Oh
like all of the new BMWs, they're very responsive. You tell the car what to do and it pretty much does it for you, like right away. So being that this car is like stock and it's not lowered, I can pretty much drive it on any kind of road and not have to worry about it.
Pretty much.
But I was telling her, you know, she wants to go down this road of modifying this car, and honestly, I think the best thing to do with this type of car would just be a simple intake, downpipe. I wouldn't even bother with an exhaust because these cars sound really good with just like a nice catless or even a Sport Cat downpipe, and your tune of choice, whether that be a full-blown femto unlock, you know, going down the road of boot mode or MHD, or just do like a JB4. I think for you, probably a JB4 is going to be plenty. Like, you don't need to go crazy on it, but it feels great. It drives really, really good. It's smooth. Obviously a lot different than the G87. The G87 is a manual. It's the one I drove was pretty heavily modified. So there isn't really like much of a comparison that I can make there. The G87 was just much more rigid when you drive it, much more rough. But this feels fantastic. I mean, listen, like if I just wanted a good little roll racing car or like little street racing car, rocket, this would be it. But you can do so for pretty cheap too. What do you think?
I love it. You drive it the way it's supposed to be driven.
Well, it handles really good. This car handles great. The only thing that stands out to me is the body roll. Every stock car will have this. It doesn't matter if it's an M car or what. The moment that you get some type of like lowering springs, it drastically helps with the way that the car kind of like feels when you're shifting it. You feel how there's like a little bit of like top heaviness to it. It makes a big difference. Okay. It'll also, you know, make the car look a little bit better. It'll make it look a little bit more aggressive. And then even with this car, you can, like I said before, just get like some 10mm spacers all around, and it'll also bring the wheels out and tires out a little bit, which will, it'll help with the center of gravity and also make it look even better. And just those two simple things, just lowering the car and doing spacers, this car will look like a whole different car.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah. But you'll need to be careful because you have that front lip now.
Oh, so that's right. Yeah. Oh, that felt awesome. I don't know if the weight had anything to do with it.
Yeah, that's good.
Awesome. You drive it like the way it's supposed to be driven.
This car, oh man, you could make this car so fast. It's basically an all-wheel drive Supra, and this thing can be crazy. You can definitely tell the difference with all-wheel drive though. Yeah. It makes a big difference in the way that the car handles. Like I was digging into those corners pretty good and it wouldn't let loose.
Nope.
The thing is with like the rear-wheel drive models, it's really easy to lose the back end of the car. Like you can crash them pretty easily.
Right.
There's a lot of G80s and G82s on Copart for a reason because people are a bit too confident in their abilities sometimes. But yeah, I mean, like, and now we're back in traffic and this car feels like a totally normal car, you know, like that's the great thing about these newer cars. You know, with my E92 M3 or my 135, it always feels like a sports car all the way through. It sucks in traffic, but it's fun to drive in the corners. This car kind of can do it all. Even if you're just sitting here in the traffic, it's nice, it's easy, you know, it's easy. You can take it to work every day, have no problem. So the other thing that I was talking to her about is the screen. So a lot of people talk about these differences in the screens in these cars. The 2022 models have the separated screens where they have the smaller screen display, and then the newer models like the G87 I drove has the like one like real large screen. The thing that I've noticed, and I don't have really a preference, I think both are fine. What I have noticed though is I kind of understand why BMW went to that longer screen. I think that what they were trying to do was simplify the dashboard. And I hate to like reference a Tesla, but they were trying to basically make it look cleaner. Yeah. I don't hate either of them. I don't really prefer either of them. I'm still used to like an old clock and analog stuff in my E-Series cars. I will say that like the RPMs like going up on like this digital display is still kind of weird to me. Like I'm not used to it.
No, it's different.
I struggle like finding the red line sometimes, you know? You can change out the paddle shifters too. You can put on these like really cool ones.
Probably get some carbon fiber.
Yeah, you can get carbon fiber. You can get ones that make like a little click, like click.
That.
Like an F1 car.
That.
Yeah, these are quick, man.
I'm telling you.
Super quick.
They say 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds. I think it's quicker.
I'm curious to see what people have done with these cars so far in terms of like modifications and times, because most people just go for the Supra. I feel like that these cars haven't been really like heavily modified yet, and I'm kind of curious to see like, you know, what kind of times and power people have made on the M240s. launch control is crazy.
I love it. It's perfect.
Oh,
yeah, that's no joke.
It's got some burbles too. It's kind of hard to hear, but it's definitely got some burbles in it.
That's no joke.
Launch control is cool. So if you just put it in the right mode, traction control has to be off. It's got to be in Sport Plus and in automatic mode. You might be able to do it manual, but I'm pretty sure it's in automatic mode. And then you put your foot on the brake, and then you hit the gas. It'll throw up this little flag, and the flag will say launch control initiated, and you can go from there. There's a little G80.
That's a nice. Oh, I like the wing on it.
So that's got the M Performance Kit. It's got like the 4 exhausts on it.
X-Drive.
Yeah, that's the new X-Drive in Sao Paulo yellow, I think it is.
Oh, I love it.
This car, like, I don't care what you drive, like the majority of cars can catch the smoke from a car like this. If this car just had like $3,000 worth of stuff done to it, it would blow the majority of cars out of the water. This car is going to be the car that you want to buy if you want to have like a really peppy, like fast, straight line car that can, you know, just knock out like a 0 to 60 or like quarter-mile speed, or even like a little roll racing car that you can do so without putting like a ton of money into it. And then the M2 is going to be more of like your cornering car. I will say this car handles really good in the corner, so like that was pretty impressive back there. Different cars for different reasons, but yeah, it's I don't know which one is the better one to buy. Like I guess it just depends on like what you are looking for out of the car. They're both so capable, but this one isn't as controversial as far as like looks are concerned. Before I saw the G87 M2 in person, I thought that this car looked better. I like the M2, the G87 M2 in black. That's it. It's the only color I like it in.
Yeah, I do.
This car looks great in all the colors they offer for it. All right, you guys, so we're gonna wrap up this video with Deanna. Thank you so much again for coming onto the channel.
Yep, thank you.
And letting me drive your G42. This thing, it's great. This is a fantastic option if you guys are looking for a good little 2 Series that doesn't cost as much as the G8X cars, still makes really good power, and has the B58. I don't know if the G87 is the way to go or this is the way to go. She's obviously team G42. If you guys want to follow her on Instagram, I'm gonna leave her social medias down below, as well as the shop that she goes to. And thank you guys for watching. We will see you in the next one. Take care.